All right, well, welcome to the Triple R videos, where we will be ranting, raving, and reviewing for the next hour or so about the month of October. We didn't really do a monthly update on September, so here's our update for the past month and a half or so.
Yes, and today is November 1st, so happy No Shave November, everybody. I will be taking part in that with my little Mexican mustache. But
He doesn't
anyways,
have one.
lots happened. I just want to tell you what's been going on with me. I still, some of you guys might have known, I had a iPhone 5S. I don't have that anymore. I gave it to my stepdad. But anyways, take the case off here so you guys might recognize it. But anyway, so I just got the Moto X yesterday, the day that the Nexus 5 came out.
It's pretty nice, if I can say so myself.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I mean, I like the Nexus 5, but this will get Kit Kat, so I'm not too worried about it. I do like the hardware, and I mean, that's just real thin and sexy, and it fits good to my face. So anyways,
It's pretty nice.
I've only been using this for a day.
I still think you should have waited for the Nexus 5, but whatever.
Yeah, I had an AT&T gift card I had to spend, so I figured, hey, this went on sale off contract for $5.25, so I figured, hey, and I got a cool case with it. I mean, it's really not all that cool. I hate it, but but anyways, yeah, there will be a full review probably in a couple weeks. I want to give this some really a good amount of time to know whether you should buy this or not. It just went on sale on contract too for $100, so there'll be more of that. So far, I really like it. The screen is beautiful, and it's just all around a beautiful device. So that's my impression so far.
Yeah, I'm still stuck with a Samsung Captivate, which is just awesome. It's just the best phone ever, really. I mean, right here it is. And I've tried rooting it, and it just doesn't work out. I don't know what's wrong. I really don't know what's going on. And, you know, looking for the area for a new phone and small tablet, so
Yeah.
I'm really appealing. Google knows their stuff, dude.
Mhm. Yes, sir. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm still have my iPad Mini, and I will probably never get rid of that. That is my absolute favorite. But anyways, yeah.
Well, you want to go ahead and start our list of things we need to talk about?
Yeah, sure. While we're here, we forgot to put our lower third on. So anyway, here's my lower third. So we just started a new live cast. So hold on just one second.
Yeah. So he's doing his own little thing.
Alright, I'm back. Now, I need to show you guys this. It is like the coolest thing in the world. My little brother just gave this to me. I think this is the right cord. So, I have a pretty good idea of what is going on. But anyways, check this dude out. I don't even know if it works.
I don't think I can see it. Where are you going with this, man?
It was a Tesla coil, but I don't think it works.
Cool.
Let's try a different cord. I have like 6 of these cords. Yeah, if you guys, Jason knows, I have every cord of everything. Like, if you need a cord, 9 times out of 10, I probably have it.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
I don't think it even works, so whatever. But anyway, let's go ahead and start into this podcast.
Yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and start and talk about the Nexus 5.
Okay. So yesterday, Google announced the Nexus 5. Sure, a lot of you know what went on, and I'm sure a lot of you probably don't. Maybe so you do. I don't know. But anyways, let me go ahead and get on Google's website and read off the specs of what's going on. I know it has a Snapdragon 800 2.3 gigahertz processor. Comes in 16 gigs as well as 32. The 16 gig is $350 and the 32 is $399.
And this phone was leaked so much in the past, like 2
gosh.
months. Oh my gosh. I think it's the most leaked phone I think I've ever seen. I really think it is.
And Google didn't even announce it because it's been leaked so much.
They just quietly announced it,
Mm-hmm.
They didn't need to. It's Google. They can do what they want. They don't have to do these really grand things that like Apple does. While I like that Apple, what do they call them, keynotes or announcements or whatever they do. I like those. They're kind of cool. I feel like they, bullcrap most of them, but still pretty cool. But Google was like, no, you all by now know what the Nexus 5 consists of. So here it is. Go ahead and just buy it. It'll be out in 2 weeks.
Yeah. A lot of them, the 16 gigs sold out within an hour, I think, it going on the website. I'm looking on it right now as of November 1st, and at like 6 o'clock, and you can still get the 32 gig, and it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get here, so.
Yeah. That phone's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a dream phone, because KitKat is amazing. From the things I've seen, KitKat is awesome. It's so good.
Yeah, basically it's the same thing as the Moto X, except just a faster processor, the same amount of RAM. It also has a 1080p screen as well. I think it has a 13 megapixel camera.
No, it's an 8. It's an 8.
Okay.
It's an 8 with optical image stabilization.
But anyways, the Moto X camera blows. That's just from day one of use. It really does blow.
But that's nothing that they can't fix with like a software update.
Exactly. It's an over-the-air update. They could.
Yeah, which KitKat could very well fix. So the Moto X isn't necessarily behind. It just software can definitely fix its big problems.
And one thing I really, really liked about the Moto X, because they kept telling me, "Oh man, you should need to customize your thing." I don't want to. I wanted it just like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's got like a carbon fiber back. I wanted it all black, just black with the carbon fiber back. And they were like, "Oh man, you could get this blue one." I don't want a blue one. I want a black one. I told them like 3 times.
That's the big thing I heard was, especially Pocket Now and those kind of people. They would go on and they would say, well, if you got this with your name engraved on this kind of crazy like yellow and black colored phone, you'd get tired of it after a month and be like, why'd I get this yellow and black colored phone engraved with my name? Because if it's engraved, you can't resell it, and you'll get old of the colors pretty soon. And they're right. They're very right. I think personally myself, like I don't know what it is, but I would love to have the one with the wooden back. It's so ugly, but I would just love to have it. I don't know why. It's just, it looks so cool. The phone with the wooden back.
I did like that a lot. If they would have had the wood one, I probably would have customized it to have the wood. But I love carbon fiber. Like that's my favorite thing ever. But anyways, we talked enough about the Moto X. Let's get back on to the Nexus 7. But anyways, I mean
Nexus 5.
Yeah, 5. But anyways, they are a lot alike. And I'm excited. If you're looking for an off-contract phone, that is the phone.
Oh my gosh, it's so cheap too. For the phone you're getting, $350, even though it's 8 gig, $350 is
16
oh my gosh.
Gigs.
16 is it 60? Yeah, 16 and 32. Yeah.
Think about that. You could go the LG G2 is $600 off contract, and the Galaxy Note is $743.
G2 is not bad, but
Yeah, is $743 for the Galaxy Note 3.
And the LG G2 isn't bad, but
No, if they're almost the same device. They're pretty much the same device. It's a Nexus, and it doesn't have the buttons on the back.
Yeah, they're nice, but
I'm also excited for KitKat because it can. From what I hear, it's not very high power. It doesn't take a lot of power to run the operating
No,
system.
I mean, if Samsung wasn't the kind of people that don't update their kind of stuff, my phone would probably be able to get it. It runs off a gig of RAM, and the
Yeah.
specs aren't bad, especially for when it came out in 010, or
Yeah.
2010. But
Yeah.
it's Samsung being Samsung, they'll probably just hold back. They're like, oh, well, TouchWiz is perfect for the device. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, TouchWiz is horrible. That's why I didn't get the because I was gonna get the Note 3. I could have had an early upgrade, but I didn't want to deal with TouchWiz and I didn't want
And
to deal with rooting it.
then the Note 3 is actually like the first device to handle TouchWiz without actually any lag. I've heard of a few little things, but for the most part, without lag, I mean, we're in 2013. Samsung Android phones have been around since, I don't know, the Earth. I mean,
Yeah.
the first one to have no lag in it. I mean, and that's a beefy phone. It has 3 gigs of RAM, maybe?
Yep, it has 3 gigs and Snapdragon 800, and it can process 4K video, or it can record 4K video. But
I mean,
anyway,
it's crazy.
also,
beautiful.
yeah, another thing on KitKat, you can do the same thing like the Moto X, just when you're on the home screen. Like, okay, Google, now, what's the weather like outside? Then it'll tell me what the weather is outside through Google Now. But you cannot do that with the screen turned off, like the Google or like the Moto X. Like, okay, Google Now. See, it'll come up like that.
That's
But
pretty
anyway,
cool.
yeah. But anyway,
It's a little gimmicky, but it's still really cool.
Yeah.
Really useful, especially if like you're driving. You know, God forbid you drive and use your phone, but if you do, it is useful. You know.
Also, if you're lazy like me, so.
Yeah.
So this is a lazy phone. But anyways, it's nice to see that is going into standard Android now, not just the Moto X.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, very nice. I'm very excited. You can get the launcher. I have a wallpaper. I just haven't used it because I found one really cool one. But anyways, you can get the launcher and everything, and we'll put a link down below of this. So yeah, the iPad Air was announced today.
Okay, real quick, I want to mention something. While you're talking about launchers, on my little Captivate I have, there's this thing called a Smart Launcher, and it is the most lightweight launcher that you can get. I swear to God, it's really good. It's very simplistic, but it's well done. It looks almost like Jelly Bean, which is pretty cool, but it doesn't change anything heavy like any pretend Windows Phone launchers or any crazy pretend Jelly Bean launchers. It's just very simple, very fast, and it's really nice. There's a lot of really nice launchers. It is different. Yeah, it is different.
And that's what I love about Android, because you would never be able to do that with iOS unless you jailbroke it. And
jailbreak.
I don't know if you've ever jailbroken a device, but it is horrible. It is horrible.
Yeah.
It crashes.
Like you got to be careful with rooting. Rooting can turn out really good, and it can turn out really bad.
Yeah. But anyway, the iPad Air and the new, I don't know if the iPad Mini came out today, I'm not exactly sure, but I know the iPad Air came out today. People are saying it's really, really awesome and really thin. So I'm excited to try it out. I'll probably end up trying it out, I'd say, and there'll be a review on the channel, just not right now. See, I don't understand why a lot of tech reviewers are just like, okay, I got to get this the day it comes out. Well, I mean, not everybody buys it the day it comes out, and then, okay, no, I don't care about it anymore. A lot of people still, that's the iPad we'll have for a year. So
yeah. What's the like on the $500 iPad Air? What's the memory on it?
16 gigs.
16 gigs, and then you can get a 128 for $1,000, I think.
Yeah, I think it's. Let me check. I'll actually check on their website.
A big jump like that is. I mean, that's a $500 jump for. Let me do the math. 112 gigs, which 112 gigs is a lot, but by any means, I mean, I think the next iPhone or iOS device, Apple device, should have external, SD card use and stuff like that.
Actually, the iPad Air with 128 gigs is $799, so it's $800.
$799. Okay, $300 jump.
With 3G, it's $930.
$930, yeah, we're close to $1,000. Yeah. We're closer to $900 though, but.
Yeah. But if you're gonna spend that kind of money, just go ahead and get the MacBook Air. Just
Yeah. I mean, it runs full, the full, it's not called Mountain Lion, it's called Mavericks now. It's Mavericks now. Mavericks is nice.
I updated my computer.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, I have a Mac. I have a 2011 iMac, 21-inch iMac, and Jason has a custom-built PC.
Yeah, I have an iPad Windows 8 PC, and actually, personally, Windows 8 I didn't like it, but Windows 8.1 is actually a really big jump for me, and I really actually like it. I really actually like it a lot. It's not, it's not professional by any use, but it's really nice, and it's not as bad as everyone says. For me as a PC user, I'd like it to be a little bit more centered around the desktop experience, and it kind of is, but for what it is, it's really good.
Yeah, I had a Windows 8 laptop for a little while, and I liked it. I didn't try 8.1. I haven't tried it yet, but I mean, it's a lot. It takes a lot to get used to. It really does.
Yeah. The thing is I planned on getting a Windows 8 device for half a year. I first wanted to get one of the Surface RTs. Probably would have killed myself. And then I wanted to get
see, we were in school one day, and he's like, "Man, I really want an RT," and I just wanted to slap him. Like, no.
Yeah, and then I wanted to get the Asus VivoTab Smart, which has it had Windows 8 Pro built into something the price of a Surface RT, which was actually probably a really good tablet. But and then I ended up wanting a touchscreen PC all in one, and then I ended up getting this really powerful beast of a computer.
Yeah, but it was cool because I found it on sale. I was like, Jason, you need to get this.
Yeah,
he's like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not near as bad as everyone says at all.
No.
Really isn't. It does take a lot of getting used to, but over those 6 months that I wanted a Windows 8 device, I knew how to use a system way before I even had one. And, Microsoft stuff are okay.
Yep. Also, I want to talk about the iPad mini, the new one that came out, and the iPad 2. Why is there still an iPad 2?
Yeah, they discontinued the 3 and 4. The 4 was the best iPad in my opinion. I mean, it had the lightning adapter or connector. It had, it would have had a good enough processor to run iOS 7.
Oh yeah, the iPad 2 can barely run iOS 7.
Why are they continuing it? I
don't understand. If they were going to keep anything, get the iPad 4. Keep the iPad 4. Because why would you want to sell something with an old dock connector? And like the 4S. Or the 4S. Why is the 4S still there?
Well, the 4S is actually still a really good device. It's starting to be a little slower, but it's still a really good device. And the 5 is just as good, but...
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why they would keep something with an old lightning, or the old 30-pin adapter. I just don't understand that, because if you're trying to... I don't know, if you're trying to push the lightning connector on everybody, make it to where you can't buy something
you have a device that just has a lightning adapter, not just, not just have the 30-pin, because I never really did like those 30-pin adapters. I always thought they were just kind of too wide and kind of useless because nothing else in the world used them,
Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing else really uses the lightning adapter.
Except for, like Mac Pros and iMacs, the newer ones, with the external expansion kind of stuff. External storage expansion.
But anyway, I don't know. I think everything should be micro USB.
Yeah, micro USB is really nice, or even USB 3.0. That has some fast stuff.
Yeah.
USBs,
but I mean, it's just standard. That's just the standard thing.
Yeah, it is, and it's not like it's not like Apple will be conceding to everyone else from using a mini USB port, because everyone uses them, and they're very universal, and they're very fast. Is lightning connecting fast? Yeah, it's lightning fast. But I don't know. I mean, Apple tries too much to do their own thing, and are they successful about it? Yeah, because, I mean, no offense to people that really love Apple products, but people are brainwashed by Apple a lot, They are, Apple could, something I say all the time, Willie knows it. They could go out with like a rock and call it the iRock,
or the iDog turd, and then everybody would buy it.
Oh man, that's the best dog turd I've ever seen.
Yeah, Oh, it has an Apple sign on it.
It's an Apple
I
dog
need
turd.
this.
Yeah, it has the Apple on. I mean, it has to be the best dog turd out there.
Yeah. No one's that stupid.
And you know,
Oh,
and you know, I like Apple products, I like Microsoft products, and I like Android products, or well, they're Google products, but
yeah.
I like actually Google is doing really good at innovating. And so is Nokia to a point. You know, Nokia with their cameras and
Also, the 520 and the 2520 came out.
yeah, I'm not a big Windows Phone guy. I had a Windows Phone 7 for a while, and it was a piece of crap. The Windows Phone 8 I've played around with a lot, and it's actually pretty good, but it's definitely third in the operating systems, mobile operating systems.
Mm-hmm.
With Android, most likely in league, iOS, and Windows Phone 8.
I mean, it really just depends on what you like better, just your preference.
Yeah, have you seen pictures of the 1520? That thing is huge. It's a 6-inch phone. I mean,
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
That thing's huge. It's as big. It's a little bit bigger than the HTC One Max. It's a little bit bigger than that. That thing's too big.
Yeah, originally I was gonna get the Galaxy Mega instead of this, but I'm so glad I did not, because this is perfect. The Moto X is perfect. It's just fits in my hand perfect.
Wait 2 weeks. Man, I want that Nexus 5 so bad. Why did I get this fucking Moto X? It's a piece of junk. I wish I could just throw it against the wall and it just explode. I wish I could just. That's him.
No, yeah, but I'll probably end up getting a Nexus 5 because I'll just blow all of my money that I ever get on it. So,
yeah. The 2520 came out, which is an RT device. It's Windows 8.1 RT. And actually, as a Nokia device, I don't think it'll be that bad.
No, the hardware
Nokia does a really good job in doing like hardware and even their immersion of software, because they have their Nokia apps. They usually do really good. They do a good job at doing what they do. Like, I respect Nokia. With Microsoft, a little bit, you know, they tried too many different things, but and they lie. But I mean, I don't know. I like Nokia. I can respect them.
Yeah. I like Nokia. I mean, the build quality is great. They're built like
they're unibody. Was it polycarbonate?
Polycarbonate, yeah.
Oh wow, that it feels like a premium device. Not as good as like an Apple device to a point, but for what it is, it does feel really premium.
Yeah, it's nice. Let's talk about the PS4. It comes out the 15th of this month, and I am having a video actually on this because I didn't get to pre-order one, but my uncle actually pre-ordered one, so I am going over to his house and I'm shooting videos. So unboxings, day one. Now that is something I'm getting pumped for. I've been pumped for this for a long time, and I will get one
ever since February.
Right.
February when they announced it, you were like, man, look at that controller, because that was the only thing they showed. You're like, that thing's just gonna be awesome. I think they could have like sold you a rock with a disc slot in it, and you would have been like, man, that thing's just so good.
Yeah. See, that's another thing. Sony has a grip on you like that too, just like Apple does.
They do. They do.
So.
But you know, Sony makes good devices. Apple makes good devices too. So.
Yep.
It's all in preference, you know.
Also, I wanted to get your guys' opinion. Would you like to see app reviews or anything like that? Because we could definitely pull one of those app reviews.
Easy to do too.
Yep.
It'd be easier to do.
Yep. We could do that. Just let us know like what you guys would want us to do in the comments down below. So, yeah.
On par with the PS4. I did mention before, I have a beast of a computer. And I would like to like get a graphics card, and I'm a big Assassin's Creed 4 person, or Assassin's Creed person. Fourth one looks awesome, and I'd like to either have it on the PlayStation or my computer. And I don't really know, I'd hate to see a laggy game on my computer, but I'd love to see something on a PlayStation 4, but I'd like to see more power on a PC. So it's a trade-off. I'll definitely probably be getting the PS4 over the Xbox One.
Oh yeah, for sure. Xbox One is just like, you can never trust on what they're gonna say, because they're like they've gone back so many times on what they've tried to say.
But what they've said about now, you know, I think they've tried to fix a lot of their stuff, and I think it's not really a very close fight, but it's closer than it was. And I don't think the Xbox One will be a bad device. You know, it probably won't be.
I think everybody's pretty much sold. I mean, I know some people keep up on tech, but I don't know what's going on here. Okay, we're good. Should be. Okay, but anyways, I know a lot of people don't keep up on tech as much as we do, but people. But anyways, people were getting like really excited for.
Brett, he's doing something on YouTube. Now go. He isn't done.
But anyways.
Yeah, full siblings. It's the worst.
Yeah, Sony got a standing ovation when they said you can play used games. Everybody stood up and just clapped. So.
And you know, I think they were originally planning to do like the DRM stuff. That's what I think. And I think that they were. I think that they were planning on doing that, and they saw the lash that Xbox One was getting, and they're like, okay, crap, everything that we were going to do, pull that back and hold off until E3, and then we'll go on and say something about the DRM stuff, and it'll be great.
Right. Yep.
You know.
Oh yeah, I am super excited, super duper excited for the PS4. Definitely be getting that. I'm not buying Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS3. Not doing it. I might, probably not. But anyway. Another thing I want to talk about is the BlackBerry Z30. Why is BlackBerry even trying to make another device after they're gone? They're sold. They were bought.
I feel bad for them, you know.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because their devices 5-6 years ago, before the iPhone, they were really good devices. Like, they were so popular among common people and business people, you know. Yep. But you know, they went down the drain because they didn't catch on board with the touchscreen craze and the great software stuff and all that kind of stuff. And it, you know, it did end up biting them, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
And they were a good company. They had good hardware. They had their software was but their hardware was really good.
Yeah, I remember.
1 second, I'm just you keep.
Okay. But anyways, a bunch of my friends had the BlackBerry, and they had a ball that they could take out of the little scrolling ball, and they could play with it, and that was funny.
Mm. Yeah, you had to clean it because it would get really dusty.
Yeah.
But the Z30, that's not like too big of a phone, but you know, it's sad because unless something drastic happens with not Nokia, with BlackBerry, that's probably going to be their last phone. So I mean, maybe they're just like, okay, last phone, we're going to do all we can to just bring everyone a good device. And
right.
I mean, they're not in the right position. If they get bought by Android, that would be nice, but or Google.
Right.
Android.
Yeah, if a BlackBerry would run Android, that would be super cool. Like, that would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would buy one of those because I love BlackBerry hardware. I love BlackBerry hardware.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Their hardware is really good, especially with their mini HDMI stuff that they had with the Z10 and the Z30. You know, they had some really nice devices. Were they kind of on the weird side? You know, they kind of were. You know, I don't know, but they were really cool.
Yeah.
I think their biggest fault was their software. That's the thing. You really need good hardware and good software. Apple has that down pat.
Android's getting that down pat.
Yeah, Android's getting that now. Yeah, Windows Phone, we're not going to really talk about them with their hardware and software. Nokia has it down pat. Microsoft doesn't know what to do.
Except for
yeah,
software.
So the software's still lacking, but it's growing. So
and,
maybe.
I mean, Android is getting it, and I know a lot of people say iOS is so boring, blah 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 blah. But it works. It works, and you can trust that it will always work.
Yeah, and it's fast. And their well, I can't say there. Apple's phones never have beefy specs. If you're a spec whore, you will not have fun with an iPhone, but they don't need it because they are fast. The operating system is so light that it runs so smoothly. Hardly ever any lag, especially in like the 5 and the 5S. 5C probably would have a little bit. But, I mean, their stuff is always really nice. And Android used to be so laggy, used to be the worst. But it is getting so good, especially with like no lag.
My Moto X today, like I had I had a Jelly Bean device a little while ago, and
Express,
I mean,
right?
it would freeze every once in a while, like not noticeable. This is never even, just not even, no lag, nothing. It's so fast.
My Captivate does. My Captivate will get really hot. It'll freeze, and then I'll have to put it on its charger and wait. I'll go take like a nap on falling fully asleep, wake up like 5 hours later, and it has just waken up from like being almost on fire. There's a problem with it.
You should probably get rid of that phone, I'd say.
It probably will. It'll probably become self-aware and probably kill me.
Yeah.
That won't be good.
No, that
won't be good. But I mean, I'd like a Nexus 7 because I'm not really a big phone guy. Because I can't pay for a good phone. But a tablet would be nice, especially Nexus 7 with its cheapness.
And stock Android is so good. So good.
It's gotten really pretty. Jelly Bean up. Really nice.
That's really when...
Even Ice Cream Sandwich up.
Yeah. Ice Cream Sandwich. I mean, Jelly Bean and Ice Cream Sandwich pretty much look the same. Just
KitKat looks the same, but...
I mean, it's different. It looks different. It does. It's more iOS 7-ish. But
what do you think would be after KitKat? Because they go down the alphabetical chart, What do you think would be after KitKat?
Lemon pie.
Lemon pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Licorice, something. I don't know.
Licorice. I could see that. Licorice.
Yeah. I think
lollipop.
You know how many versions of Jelly Bean there's been? There's been so many versions of Jelly Bean. There's never been that many.
I can see like an Android commercial. I've seen an Android commercial like with lollipop.
Yeah.
Lollipop. I can see that. I can see that so well because
you can see Lil Wayne on there just singing Lollipop.
Lemonade.
Yep, Lemonade.
Like double L's.
No, I don't think the lemonade would be on there. That's more of a drink.
It's not really a dessert. It's a drink. I love lemonade though. It could be a dessert for me, but I don't think they're sitting around Jason Lambert,
No. But
or KJ Lambert, I.
Yeah.
I fancy name.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm really, really excited for what's gonna come out. I mean, this October is the month for everything. Like my busiest work schedule is in October.
It's November too. November.
Yep, especially for gaming. Gaming in November.
Yeah, well, you got some music things going on too, like with Eminem's new album, which was leaked and everyone has now heard.
It's so bad. Eminem's album is so bad.
I don't know. I feel half and half on. I feel like some of it's bad and some of it's pretty good. It's his last stuff, so he's trying to like apologize for being an angry rapper.
Is that his last album?
Stuff. Yeah, he said it's his last. Caleb and a few people I know.
I mean, he's retired like 3 times and said like, he said that so many times.
Yeah,
that's like Dr. Dre saying, "I'm never gonna open my mouth again, or do anything musically."
That's like Jay-Z being like, "Okay, I won't say for a day." He wakes up in the morning. Dang it. Yeah.
I am, but anyways, I'm really excited. Again, KitKat is going to be awesome. Really awesome. Also, I wanted to talk about the future of the PlayStation 3. Like, that's something I've really had on my mind, is the future of the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. What do you think is going to happen, Jason?
Well, it'd be Xbox. They came out and said, we will support the Xbox 360 for at least 6 more years. By then, probably the titles would be able to be like a PlayStation 2 situation. Actually, the last game for PlayStation 2 has came out this year. So
Yep.
PlayStation 2 is no longer supported. And that gaming system was beautiful. Oh, it was so
Back
good.
in the day.
Yeah, oh, it still is. It still has some really great titles on there. There's Star Wars Battlefront games, those with the pump. But if Sony continues that kind of system with PlayStation 3, the next six to 7 years will be great. And then Xbox is supporting it, so I think current gen can last a little while. I just think it will be outdone by next gen in a year tops. But still, they're doing a good job.
This is the only reason why I'm keeping my PlayStation 3.
Oh
Grand Theft Auto 5. It is the best game I've ever played in my entire life.
man.
It is the best.
Oh. And yeah, I know you don't play this game, but this seriously is my favorite game in the world. GTA 5 is actually kind of beat it, but Assassin's Creed 2 was such a classic game for me. It's not even like that great of a game, but it's very classic,
But this is my favorite game. I've put Skate 3, I've put so many hours into this game. You have no idea how many hours. I've probably put 50, 60 hours in this game.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
There was one game I had that I did that. I think it was Halo Reach. I put probably when I was 12. I think it was 12. Yeah, 12 or 13. I'd just come home from school and just play a game and unlock armor just to customize my guy. Reach was awesome. I don't care who you were. Reach was pretty cool.
I've never had an Xbox. I've always had a PlayStation. That's just, all of my family.
Well, I had a PlayStation 2 when I was 7, and I had that for a long time, and I loved it. But when I had like this nostalgic thing with Xboxes, because my uncles had them, I'd go over to their house, and they were just, I looked up to them for something, and they loved the Xbox. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll get a 360. It was really actually popular when I bought mine. I bought my Slim for $150, and it was nice,
Actually, my uncle gave me, he had a PlayStation 3 that just blew up, and he fixed it, and it worked for a year in the van.
Blew up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it. I think it overheated.
Like mushroom cloud exploded or what?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not exactly sure. He just told me.
3.
Yeah, he just told me it blew up, and so the fan anyway would go, ooh, like you could hear it clear.
Yeah,
from
those
the other
built-in
room.
fans and PlayStation devices are they're scary.
Yeah. But anyway, it
cool
lasted
thing
for
about
a year.
Xboxes.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about Xboxes is their fans are external, so they're always deadly silent.
Yeah.
Which is kind of creepy because they have that always on camera.
Yeah. But anyways, the PlayStation lasted a year, and then it blew up, and then my uncle bought me a new one. He said happy birthday and gave it to me. And this Slim's been doing me good for probably a year, 2 years. So.
Yeah.
I love my Slim a lot better than I would like a Super Slim. Because those things are gay looking. Very, very gay.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. Are they okay?
Yeah,
or
see, they just feel cheap because my cousin bought one and it's just cheap. It just looks cheap.
Well, that's how I had one of those really thick PlayStation 2s that were like yay thick, and then when I was 10, my parents went around and bought me the new PlayStation 2, which was like $50 back then. It was the super thin one that was like, it was super thin, and the Force Unleashed, which was awesome for its day. Oof. For its day, it was like 5 years ago. But yeah, the slim PlayStation 2 was tiny. It felt really cheap though, but it was tiny. And I heard they overheated a lot, and mine never overheated. I'd play that thing for hours at a time.
You still have that thing, don't you?
I give it to my little brothers over in the room across from me, and it's still in there, and they still play it kind of frequently, but they're obsessed with my Xbox, and they actually play Grand Theft Auto 5. They shouldn't be doing that though, but whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
So, Apple devices. You want to talk about the iPad Mini with the Retina display?
Sure.
Maybe?
It's the same as the iPad Air. It's just mini. That's it.
And how much money is it? $400?
Yeah, it's $400. It's $100 cheaper.
I would go ahead and get it. A 7-inch tablet device is
It's
I'll be a
really
pretty
an
nerd.
8-inch tablet, because
8, it's 7.9 or 7.94 or something like that.
yeah, it's pretty much an 8-inch tablet. Like it is, it's
Yeah,
a
but
great balance in between a Nexus 7 and like a Note 8. Like that's
yeah.
perfect.
I mean, they're good devices, especially with a Retina display. That thing would be beautiful.
Hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, I really do like that a lot. So
Yeah.
and also, I wanted to know if you guys would like to see some gameplays. I know I have Minecraft. I don't know if Jason has it or not.
No, I don't have
Um,
Minecraft.
but I really like playing Minecraft because I'm nerdy like that. So
I really don't. I'm dirty, and I really don't play it. I have tried it. I'm just like, well, why am I a brick? I don't get why I'm just a walking brick with a base. This is stupid. It should be fun. I didn't like Skyrim when it first came out. I was like, that looks dumb, and I played it, and I was like, well, this game has just captured my attention, and it's awesome.
yeah, I definitely really don't like Skyrim. I'm not nerdy enough to play Skyrim.
Well, no, I mean, you don't really have. You can be really nerdy to play. You don't have to be nerdy to play Skyrim, but nerdy people do play Skyrim.
Yeah.
Now, that's a really good way. You know, it's like not every square is a rhombus, but every rhombus is the other way around. But geometry, I must be a nerd, obviously. But
yeah. I did some rearranging to my room today, so we might have a new studio. I've also thought about getting a new camera too. I don't know. I've probably a T4i, I'd say.
Yeah.
Camera with kit lens, just for now.
I'm going to get a graphics card for my computer after I get a desk. I'm going to get the AMD, because my computer is supported by AMD Radeon HD 7870, I think, 7890, something like that. You know, if anyone wants to comment, tell me if that has good performance, then go ahead. You know, it has an HDMI connector, so that'd be sweet.
That would be sweet. Also, what is some other new tech that came out? I know there's something else.
The Note 3. Note 3. We haven't talked
that's
about
what
that.
we forgot. Yes, but the Note 3, and the Galaxy Gear. I saw the sales rep at AT&T was trying so hard to get me to get the Note 3 and the watch. I said, I don't like the watch. Like they did not.
But
They did not want me to buy the Moto X. Like, they did not want me to buy it at all. I was like, why would you not want me to buy it?
Well, they're not selling well. I don't get it, because they're a great Android phone for the average person. You know why they're not selling well? Because everyone else is selling Apple devices because they're the bomb.
Yeah. And also, everybody's selling their skinned over TouchWiz. I hate TouchWiz. I just hate TouchWiz.
It's so laggy. But you know, the Note 3's TouchWiz isn't bad per se, but it's still TouchWiz, and TouchWiz is horrible. It was good for earlier Android. You know, you had some early, you know, like my Captivate TouchWiz on it is really ugly, but it works well. You know, it works. It works well with old Androids. But now TouchWiz is just so laggy. It's so thick and bloated. I mean, but what is cool is it works with the stylus in the Note 3, and you get multitasking with it. So you're kind of stuck with TouchWiz on the Note 3. You can't get a launcher, but the stylus doesn't work with it, and multitasking isn't quite as
Right. And if you root it, you don't get all the cool features.
Yeah, which sucks. The Note 3 would be amazing rooted with a custom ROM.
The Google Play Edition Note 3 would be amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've heard that KitKat has once it installs, which who knows if it'll even come to Note 3, because Samsung will be like, no, we don't need KitKat on it. But I've heard that you can actually, there's a setting where you can get it to run stock Android. I've heard. That's a rumor, but I've heard.
Right.
And really cool.
Yeah, I think that I'm surprised that Motorola hasn't come out with a Nexus device. Well, there's not several Nexus devices.
They don't need to. They're owned by Google. I mean, their things are pretty much considered Nexus devices.
Right, but I don't understand.
Consider the Moto X a Nexus 4.5.
Right.
You know?
I don't understand why there's not several Nexuses. Like, why there's not a Nexus 4, why there's not a different kind of phone.
Nexus 4 came out last year, though, didn't it?
Yeah, but I mean like a newer, updated version. Like, you know what I mean? Just several different Nexus devices.
I'm not really complaining because there's so many Android things out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
know.
Plus, they do have the Google Play Edition, but who buys the Google Play Edition?
Now, I would get a Google Play Edition HTC One. I would.
Right. But I mean, who, on the average person, would you rather get a Snapdragon 800, brand new, or almost a year-old HTC One?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, most people don't know what a Snapdragon 800 processor is, though.
Right. But also, $350 versus $600.
$350, man.
Yeah, $350 all day long.
But Motorola is, they did announce that Project R, which we actually forgot to mention on our little list of things to talk about. And that's so cool because imagine the perfect conversion of open source software like Android is, and open source I guess it'd be open source hardware, but that doesn't sound right. But where the concept basically, if you don't know, it's where if you have this phone, looks like phone blocks. Yeah, it looks like a phone made out of Lego pieces almost. But if you want new gigs of RAM, say it runs 1, you want 3 on it. You take that out, buy a 3 gigs of RAM square, snap it onto the back, and you have 3 gigs of RAM running your device. That way, it kind of eliminates the need to buy a new phone every 2 years, and 2 years, and 2 years.
Right.
Which is cool.
Also, like, let's say you're going and you need more battery one day, you can put the camera or something, take the camera off, put a bigger battery.
Yeah,
or
that'd be awesome.
Customize it the way you want to. Take Bluetooth off one day.
Yeah,
I never use Bluetooth ever.
No, that would blow Apple and everyone in the world out of the water.
Oh yeah, I would buy that, and I would never buy another phone ever.
You wouldn't need to. You could always update. Now, if they did release this phone, like the first 2 versions, will probably almost guaranteed be $1,000. And to upgrade it, the upgrade pieces will probably be $200 to $300 a piece.
Right.
I almost promise you that. But I mean, give it 5 years down the road, and those things will be great. It's like the Google. It's like the Google Glass. Once it becomes actually a useful product, then they will be useful.
Right. And also, I want to talk about Google Glass. Did you see the version 2 come out?
Oh, yeah. What's so new about it?
It has an earbud and one mono earbud that you can put in, so you don't have to use the speaker on there, and also you can get prescription glasses with it.
Yeah.
And anybody who did the Explorer edition, who has the first one, it's a one-time swap, and you get the new version for free.
That's cool, but I don't really see the need for Google Glass. And like the Galaxy Gear, there's really no need for it. It's cool.
Right.
It's super techy and super nerdy. It's cool, but I just don't see a really crazy need for it.
Right.
Will it be useful? Give it a few years down the road. Yeah. That's like Windows 8 tablets. Are Windows 8 tablets good? Not really, but the idea that you can have a full computer running on a tablet, that'll be useful a few years down the road.
Oh yeah, laptops will die one day.
Yeah, especially with and actually probably QWERTY keyboards laughing me now. But the way voice recognition is getting, you might not even need a QWERTY keyboard anymore. Yeah. In the past, I can see it. Yeah,
that is very true. Also, I want to talk the smartwatch.
Yeah, Galaxy Gear, right?
Yeah. Why does anybody need that?
Well, they don't.
Cool.
Right
Look,
now.
guys, I could take a picture on my watch. How cool. Okay.
That'd be really good for stalking use.
Yeah. That's cool because it's like, oh man, I've thought about that, and then it'll just sit there. And Google Glass, everybody that I've heard who has Google Glass never uses it ever. So.
Yeah, it's neat, but I don't really see a big use for it. And even the Galaxy Gear isn't paired up with many devices at all. It's the Note 3, maybe the Note 2, and the GS4, and that's about it.
Right.
That's seriously about it. Now, I've heard Samsung is going to release some stuff to help support more devices, but is Samsung really worried about software? Obviously not. They still use TouchWiz, so they're not worried about software.
No, and also I think that very, very soon, I don't think Samsung will be using Android very much. I think they're going to try their own
Yeah,
operating
what is that
system.
thing called?
I can't remember exactly what it's called.
But it can pair up with Android apps, so that's
Right.
cool. But their own operating system, I don't. Android is so well known. iOS 7 is so well
Right.
known. Even Windows Phone 7, 8 is getting more well
Right.
known. BlackBerry, maybe even Ubuntu stuff. Ubuntu stuff. You muted me.
Oh, sorry. But anyways, I think I muted myself.
Oh yeah, I think you did.
But anyways, so yeah, I bought this little backup battery charger thing. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I used it today, so.
You know what is a dying thing since smartphones came out?
What?
Is these little phones, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so useless. Butt dialing is the worst because I keep this in my back pocket.
Mhm.
It's the worst thing. That's what's great about touchscreens, and that was one thing Steve Jobs did at his keynote for the first iPhone. Was the reason why they did that slide across to the right thing was because it prevented butt dialing, which was a big deal back when you had keywordy
Yeah.
physical keyboards, and I think that's the reason why they actually used it. But on a touchscreen, you're not going to have to worry about that. But back then, I think the first iPhone, I think it had a not multi-touch. It had a super sensitive screen, so you could use anything to control the screen.
Right.
So I think you could use a pencil to control the screen for the first iPhone. For the rest of it, they didn't.
Then they're all heat sensitive, so.
Yeah, they are. My mom had her phone out at a pool. One time she left it in her bag, and we came back for a break about 45 minutes later. And her phone, it was like iPhone got too hot, put it in shade and let it cool off. And she was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I was like, well, put it in the shade and let it cool off. And it cooled off, and it still worked. It didn't fry anything, thank God.
No, yeah, it did that to me one time. I mean, just a caution warning. I don't think that they will blow up. Did you hear a little while, like it was about a year ago, that iPhone blew up in that lady's hand?
No. I used to hear that back in like '02, those Dell laptops or whatever, one of the first few Dell laptops would catch on fire.
Wow.
Yeah, Dell, they're bad.
Yeah.
They're actually not as bad as they used to be.
No, I don't like Dell as a company though. Like
No.
I had a Dell Venue Pro Windows phone. Like that was the only Windows phone.
Did you really?
Yep. Remember the keyboard phone I had?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Windows phone with a keyboard.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was actually really cool.
That was the first phone that said, "Oh, hey guys, it's an iPhone."
They're actually Dell's actually making those the new Windows 8.
Venue.
Yeah, the Venue 8 Pro, I think is what it's called. It's just a Windows Phone 8, Windows 8 7-inch tablet, which is actually really good. And its selling price is like $300.
Right. That's not really bad. That's a cool way to get into the.
Well, that's what Windows need is they need cheap devices because their Surface Pros are really freaking useful devices, but they are so expensive. They're cool and they're super useful, but they are so expensive. They need better battery life and better apps and cheaper prices, and they'd be doing pretty good.
Right. Yeah. But I guess that's all we have to talk about, really. We're about an hour. We should probably stop. So,
yeah.
Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching this podcast. We're going to try and do this weekly. Again, you know how this goes. I'm off all this month, so I'll be able to do this.
Work 1 day a week.
Yeah. So anyways, we will be able to do this a lot. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let us know down below what you think.
Yeah. Make sure to like and, put any comments if you actually watched all of this. Subscribe. Make sure to listen to the Triple R videos for latest greatest rants, raves, and reviews.
Right.
That's our slogan, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Make sure to watch our earlier videos, too. And by earlier videos, I mean one video where we did the same thing.
Yeah.
Almost. So.
Actually, we have 2 videos.
We have 2?
Yeah, GTA.
Oh, yeah, because you got to talk about GTA. And we were going to do an iPad mini review, and your computer decided to destroy the file or something.
Yeah, that was when I first got my iMac, so I had no idea what I was doing.
You kind of got rid of the file.
Also, I set up my desk different, so if you guys want a setup tour, comment down below. It's pretty sweet.
If you want a setup tour of mine, too.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have a bad setup. I need a glass desk, and that'd be pretty cool.
Right.
We're all right, guys. Well, we'll see you probably next video. Make sure you subscribe so you know when the next video is uploaded and so you can watch it because we're cool dudes like that. So we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Peace out, guys.